Welcome everyone to the third Celebrity Synastry chart reading where I will be looking into Lily-Rose Depp and 070 Shake. I think that's how you say name. If you don't know me, hi, I'm Adeline. I look at the dynamic between two celebrities using astrology, specifically Synastry. I take notes on a Synastry chart looking at the personal planet signs, aspects, and of birth times available house overlays. I share these notes and add my extra insights and interpretations along the way. And of course, as always, leave your thoughts in the comments below and let's get a discussion going. So if that sounds good to you, like, subscribe, and keep on watching. Starting off the sun, we have both their sun signs in Gemini, so they talk to each other frequently, they both enjoy each other's company, lots of banter, and they both get easily bored. They both have a habit of neglecting their feelings, and they both use humor to distract themselves from deeper issues. Lily-Rose's sun in Danielle's 10th house. Lily sees Danielle as an authority figure and accepts Danielle without thinking. Lily believes she deserves respect from Danielle. Danielle enjoys the respect she receives from Lily, and Lily thinks Danielle is more intellectual than her. Danielle's sun in Lily-Rose's 7th house. It's love-hate, they feel united together, they are deeply moved by each other and they get in each other's heads. They sense that they are complementary. So far, like we have seen, they are both pretty similar. It is just Lily does put Danielle on a pedestal so far with what we've seen early days though. Feel the other is a big presence in their life. They both subconsciously try to prove they're separate from the relationship. They need to find a balance to make the relationship work. Both may be driven to express themselves in extreme ways. Possibility of their personalities being lost in their relationship. I mean, not only in the reading, but like literally in real life. I believe they just announced that they were officially together. So it is going to be interesting to see how they develop. So it is going to be interesting to see like how their relationship goes, because it is pretty early to say if their personalities are lost in the relationship yet. So I'm just going to be taking these things as sort of predictive elements. Lily-Rose's sun conjunct Danielle's Mercury. Good communication, they enjoy learning together, they have a productive domestic life. I'm not sure if they live together or not. They share and talk about ideas. Danielle values Lily's views. Danielle feels free to speak around Lily. I assume this would be because like Lily is very accepting of Danielle, without thinking, and they both generally, like we saw in the beginning, they have a good sort of intellectual rapport with each other. Lily-Rose's sun tried Danielle's Uranus. They start as friends. Lily inspires Danielle. Frequent changes occur. They get each other's humor. We see again. So relationship of experimentation. They encourage each other to be themselves. There's a strong attraction. Lily thinks of Danny as inspiring and exciting, which is repeated. Lily views Danny very highly. Danny tries to keep the relationship interesting. Lily may be threatened by Danny's need for freedom. Oh no. Both need to encourage the other's independence. So this could be linking back to how they may get their personalities lost in their relationship. Maybe that is just the thing that they have going on in their relationship, because so far I don't believe either of them are at the point of like sort of like Selena, Justin Bieber, or Brian and Angelina, where they are unanimously tied to each other, where they are sort of tied to each other publicly. They're very linked to each other. Lily-Rose's sun trine Danielle's Neptune. It's tolerant and forgiving. Lily strengthens Danny's ego. I'm not surprised. They're attuned to each other's feelings. Also not surprisingly, so they, we saw in the beginning, I feel like with them both having the same sun signs, they would kind of be on the same page in general. Danny inspires Lily to be creative. Lily-Rose's sun opposite Danielle's Pluto. It's a relationship of growth. It feels faded. Bond that is not easily broken. They are both separated by distance, not surprisingly so. I assume both of them have those kind of lifestyles and careers. Lily has the tendency to embarrass Danny. Lily uses Danny to boost herself in a negative way. I hate this aspect so much. Every time this comes up in a reading, I'm not happy. I really hope this thing is a one-off and we never see anything again to link it back. I'm glad this is very early in the relationship so we can forget about it. Danielle's sun tried Lily-Rose's Mars. They're supportive of each other. There's healthy competitiveness. Neither feels blocked by the other. Danny admires Lily's drive and courage. They can deal with challenges together. They encourage the other's goals and visions. Lily expresses her desire for Danny frequently. Yeah, we keep seeing Danny's ego is very stroked in this relationship. Lily views her very highly. Express themselves in a straightforward manner, and they both can rely on each other when they are demotivated. Danielle's sun sextile Lily-Rose's Jupiter. Danny encourages Lily. I believe we see again. They're good travel companions. Lily is generous with Danny. Mutual respect remains after the end. So far, we haven't seen any longevity factors besides this one, so we'll see as the reading goes on. They both want to make the other happy. Lily opens up new doors for Danny, not surprisingly so. Lily boosts Danny's confidence. We keep seeing this. Lily frequently gives Danny the benefit of the doubt. Daniel's sign, Trine Lily-Rose's Uranus, so this is a repeated aspect, just inverted, so same things apply and are emphasized as before, but also Danny inspires Lily. Danny thinks of Lily as inspiring and exciting. Lily tries to keep the relationship interesting, and Danny may feel threatened by Lily's need for freedom. So now it's time for moons. So we have Lily-Rose's moon in Scorpio and Daniel's moon in Virgo. Lily has manipulative tendencies. Lily is loyal to a fault to Danny. I 100% see this. From what we're seeing so far in this relationship, Lily is very dedicated, really views Danny highly. Danny has difficulty understanding Lily. Both have a tendency to be analytical with each other. Potentially linking back to how we saw in the beginning, they both use humor as a way to distract themselves from their feelings, I believe it was. So potentially they are putting that sort of thing to the back burner and distracting themselves, but we'll see more with the moon sign. Lily-Rose's moon in Daniel's third house. Cooperative and friendly. Lily admires Danny's lifestyle. Relaxed and productive. Lily is supportive of Danny's priorities. So we're seeing this on both ends, that they're very much supportive of each other. Danny enjoys Lily's company. Danny thinks of Lily often. They don't irritate each other and they communicate well. Daniel's moon in Lily-Rose's 10th house. It's a neutral relationship. Danny feels uneasy around Lily. So unfortunately, this is probably linking back to Lily's tendency to embarrass Danny, and I think using her to boost herself in a negative way. View each other as a trophy, practical reasons for this relationship, and Danny feels Lily is selfish. Potentially this is why we did see how Danny is confused by Lily. I think this would be potentially why, because I assume, she feels very confident and, her ego is boosted by Lily. But then Lily is a bit confusing, I assume, in this way. But maybe she doesn't really know Lily's intentions. We'll see more as we go on. Lily-Rose's moon, Trine Daniel's Venus. There's mutual appreciation. It's easy to compromise. Natural affection. They're a social couple. They're supportive of each other during conflict and they appreciate art together. See, besides the weird element, Lily's a bit interesting in this relationship. Besides that, this is a really nice relationship. They're very supportive of each other. They seem to really appreciate each other. Lily-Rose's moon, square Daniel's Uranus. Lily is possessive of Danny. Lily feels emotionally insecure around Danny. I assume this is why she has those manipulative tendencies we saw before. She's an interesting one here. I want more information on Lily as we go on, because this is really interesting. And the relationship can begin suddenly. Daniel's moon at Trine Lily-Rose's Neptune. Danny picks up on Lily's needs. They inspire the other. We see again. Art is a shared interest. We see again. They sense each other's feelings. They share a sensitive and mystical worldview. They have a mystical meeting. They both uncover the other's blind spots. So now it's time for Mercury. So both the Mercuries are in Gemini. So they have abstract conversations. They both tend to be argumentative. They share detached and objective values, and they're intellectually stimulating of each other. Lily-Rose's Mercury in Danielle's 10th house. Hard to talk about things outside of goals and career. I can kind of see in the way they're both very encouraging of each other to have their lifestyles and goals they want. But we are also seeing that they're very appreciative and affectionate of each other. They're a public couple. I don't like seeing this just because we saw they're a social couple before. Danny may be fascinated by Lily. They may like to work together. I mean, we did see before how Lily opens up new doors for Danny, so Danny tends to idolize Lily, and it's possibly a one-sided relationship. I mean, I kind of see this on both ends, because from what we're seeing so far, Lily, she's a bit confusing here. Because on one hand, she really admires Danny, puts her on a pedestal, really admires her and really likes her and everything, boosts Danny's ego. But at the same time, she seems to be a bit suspicious here, ill intent seems from her end. And Danny, from what we're seeing so far, it seems like she's the one with more genuine intent in this relationship, so we'll see more as we go on, I guess. Now for the intermission. This video is brought to you by me, my Etsy store, Adeline the Astrologer. If you ever watch this and think, hey, I would like her to read my Synastry chart, well, I will. I do personalized Synastry readings on my Etsy store, both basic and detailed. The basic one is very simple to understand. It's not overwhelming at all. It's pretty good for those that are beginners to astrology, just getting the head around astrology, or just as a fun gift idea. The detailed one is just like what I do on my channel, just a lot of insight and interpretation on your chart. So if you are interested in that and everything else astrology and tarot related, readings and gifts, then definitely check out my Etsy store. Links are below. I'm always releasing new things, so definitely check it out if you're interested. You can even just favorite the store just to show your support for free. Thanks for listening, and let's get back to the reading. Danielle's Mercury in Lily-Rose's 7th house. Danny senses Lily will accept the way she thinks, which we saw on Lily's end before, I believe. There's an intellectual bond. Danny finds it easy to communicate with Lily, and they have strong communication, which we do keep seeing. At least that's kind of consistent. Their Mercuries are conjunct together, so they think like each other, they share interests, they enjoy each other's company, they're good friends, they value each other, and they approach problems the same way. They just get each other, they see eye to eye most of the time. Misunderstandings are unlikely. Possibility for heated debates, going back to how they tend to be argumentative, so I assume that would be more from a debate standpoint of view. So far with what we're seeing, I don't see anything else they would argue about. Lily is a bit confusing, but so far that doesn't seem to be like a deep issue for them thus far. Both feel they found their intellectual match. Lily-Rose's Mercury, Trine Danielle's Uranus. Lily sees Danny as an intellectual companion. We do keep seeing, we just saw that. Open communication, the perceptive and intuitive of each other. They work together on goals, so we keep seeing that. Lily becomes more inventive around Danny. I do believe we saw this before, how Lily is very inspired creatively by Danny. They encourage the other's visions. Lily-Rose's Mercury opposite Danielle's Pluto. They challenge each other to think more deeply. Their intensity can be too much. Issues can stick for too long. I think this would be relating to how they use humor to distract themselves. I believe it was from their emotions. But I do want to skew that a bit, because if they are using humor to distract themselves, that could very much, like, you know, fall onto issues and putting the back burner on those issues and just using humor to cover it up instead of actually dealing with it. Lily feels Danny pushes her beliefs onto her. Lily feels limited by Danny, and Danny may be demanding of Lily's secrets. Okay, so Danny's starting to act a bit odd here now. Danielle's Mercury, Trine Lily-Rose's Neptune. Lily inspires Danny's imagination. They share an appreciation of the arts. They get each other, we keep seeing, and they're forgiving of each other. So I assume that would be a softening factor, particularly on Danny's end for Lily being a bit odd. Danielle's Mercury opposite Lily-Rose's Pluto. This is a repeated aspect, just inverted. So the same things from before are emphasized, but also Danny feels Lily pushes her beliefs onto her. Danny feels limited by Lily, and Lily may be demanding of Danny's secrets. I do see this from Lily's end a bit more. So now it's time for Venus. So both the Venus signs are in Cancer, so they care and protect each other. It's a sentimental relationship. I see that. Like, you know, besides Lily, it seems to be mostly Lily that is a bit suspicious here. Besides that, it does seem like a very nice, caring relationship. Relationship lacks structure. They have shared values on family. They're devoted to each other. Relationship takes time to start. I assume this would be connecting to because I believe we did see that the relationship can start suddenly. I think this would be more relating to, because we did see also that they do start as friends, and a lot of friend elements to this notes to this relationship. So I assume they just started as friends and then they got into a relationship just suddenly. But it would take the relationship some time to start because they were first friends, if that makes sense. Lily-Rose's Venus in Danielle's 11th house. Lily immediately likes Danny. They're comfortable with each other. Danny senses she can be herself around Lily. We keep seeing this from both ends. They're good friends. They both share the same social activities and hobbies, and they're both open with each other. We see again. Danielle's Venus in Lily-Rose's 8th house. Danny is captivated by Lily. It's a transformative relationship. Danny is willing to do anything for Lily. Lily has fantasies specific to Danny. Lily-Rose's Venus square Danielle's Saturn. Danny is critical and demanding of Lily. I think we see again. Criticism is rooted from jealousy. I'm gonna skew this a bit because I don't think we haven't seen anything with them being critical, but we are seeing that they are both very demanding of each other's secrets. And on Lily's end, she does seem to be a bit manipulative and ill-intended. So I assume that would all be rooted from jealousy. And we have seen that both of them are freshened by, I think it was like their sense of freedom of each other. So that would make sense and connect to that. Lily eventually withholds affection from Danny. Lily sees Danny as unsympathetic, and Danny sees Lily as childish and undisciplined. I mean, I'm not surprised with Danny seeing Lily that way. We have seen she finds it difficult to understand Lily, but also I feel like with Lily, you know, putting Danny on the pedestal, but at the same time being like having a bit more of those traits, like being, you know, very demanding of the secrets, being a bit possessive and manipulative. Danielle's Venus, sextile Lily-Rose's Saturn. Danny sees Lily as a long-term person in her life. Lily stabilizes Danny's emotions. There's a strong commitment, we see again. They're willing to make sacrifices for each other. I think we saw this mostly on Danny's end. They help each other in career. We see again, particularly on Lily's end, opening up new doors for Danny. This could potentially have an element like of being a bit more of a practical relationship. Like with what we've seen so far with everything combined, it doesn't necessarily seem like that this is a relationship for the public, but they probably are just like young people trying to, like, you know, make a career for themselves, and they just both have that goal together. So now it's time for Mars. We have Lily-Rose's Mars in Libra and Daniel's Mars in Virgo. Danny tends to be critical of Lily, which we have been seeing. Lily defends Danny, they compromise with each other. Danny gets nervous around Lily. I assume this goes back to how she's captivated by Lily. Lily-Rose's Mars in Daniel's second house. Lily triggers Danny's possessiveness. So they're both very possessive of each other. That's great. Lily is patient with Danny. Danny is more materialistic in this relationship. Potentially, if Lily opens up new doors for Danny, and with Lily's connections, I assume she has a bit more access to a sort of like, you know, more affluent side of life. Maybe Danny is sort of like introduced to that and does become more materialistic as a result of Lily. Lily is sentimental with Danny. I think we saw this from both ends, which aligns. Lily treats Danny as an object. I don't like this, and also Lily has the tendency to embarrass Danny and uses her to boost herself in a negative way. Lily is just very suspicious because in this reading, I don't understand why she treats Danny that way. Hopefully we'll see more towards the end of the reading now. Danny tends to be more masculine in this relationship. Daniel's Mars in Lily-Rose's 10th house overlaid. Danny brings out Lily's competitive side. So it seems like in this relationship, like they both, like for both of them, it seems like they both bring out a particular trait in each other that they wouldn't have otherwise in any other relationship. A cold and detached chemistry. We have been seeing a nice sort of like sentimental, affectionate part of this relationship. But at the same time, there does seem to be a cold, detached chemistry, like with their careers and everything. And from Lily's end with her, like, it seems like there is a bit of like suspicious intent on her behalf. Neither know what they want from each other. Danny seems uninterested to Lily to outsiders, going back to how they are a social public couple. Danny wants to impress Lily. Lily tends to put up her walls with Danny. So this is potentially why Lily may be a bit odd. Like, she may have those manipulative tendencies and possessiveness things, but also with her having a bit of suspicious intent, maybe it does come off. Maybe she does just come off as a bit off because of putting her walls up, potentially. Lily both craves and fears Danny's stability. I assume it would be from that because throughout this reading, we have seen both Lily being, you know, really viewing Danny highly, appreciating her and everything, but it is just that bit of suspiciousness with her, so I assume this would be why. Relationship seems intense to outsiders. So yeah, they're definitely a social and public couple. Like in this reading we've seen that, but also in real life. Lily-Rose's Mars, Trine Daniel's Jupiter. They feel they can do anything together. There is healthy competitiveness. Danny is okay with Lily asserting herself. They have fun together and enjoy trying new things together. Shared interest in sports and travel. I believe the travel part we did see before. Lily helps Danny get out of her comfort zone. I assume this will be relating back to Lily opening up new doors for Danny and opening up that side of life for her. Lily feels more energized around Danny. I believe we see again, and they're a lucky couple. Possibly a reckless relationship. Lily-Rose's Mars square Daniel's Neptune. Circumstances in meeting were never understood by one of the partners. I think the only thing we've seen in this reading when it comes to their meeting is that it was mystical and positive. They need honesty to make this work. I feel like it definitely from Lily's end. I feel like that makes sense, particularly on Lily's end, but also for both, because on both their ends, because on both the ends there does seem to be that jealousy element, and they are both freshened by each other's, I think it was their freedom or need for freedom. So that would be, helpful to be honest. So that was the final aspect. I hope you guys enjoyed this reading. If you did, give this video a thumbs up and a like. Subscribe to my channel for more videos from me. Click the notification bell to get notified when I upload. And yeah, I think that's all I have to say today. I will see you guys next time. Bye!